What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So this gonna be a quick video because again, nothing really happened. But this is Love and it's already late. Okay, it's already a day late. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 10, Unpaid in Full. So we pick up where we left off last week with this whole Tiffany situation, and girl, Mama said she opens up her eyes, the light irritates it. It's like she's seeing double, you know. It's like, stars and all that stuff, and she can't really get up. And I'm just sitting here like, because they asking, because Stormy went over there to get Kimmy because Kimmy is a nurse, just to see what's going on. And, Kimmy is asking all the questions that, a lot of us probably was thinking, like, is it her blood pressure? Or, is she having contraction? Is it a side effect of the pregnancy? You know what I'm saying? Is something else going on? Because, a lot of women, when they do give birth or they get pregnant, you have to look out for the blood pressure going up and all that stuff, because that can cause problems, lead to serious situations or whatever. And what got me, I'm sitting here looking, because I'm listening to some of the symptoms that she describing. I said, girl, do you got a migraine? You dehydrated. You ain't been drinking no water. That's what it felt like, because I've had those same symptoms, okay? Especially when the migraines start popping up, and I know some of y'all have had that too. When you cannot open up your eyes during the light because that light just hurts you so much, okay? And you just feel like you're about to pass out because you just seeing stars, you're feeling double. You got to go lay down. You got to take some pills, you got to go lay down. Or you just need to rehydrate yourself and you need to have some rest, okay? You're exhausting yourself. You're stressed out, and anything. I feel like the bitch probably was stressed out or whatever because of the shit that she caused. But then again, it's Tiffany. And my lips, okay, no. It's Tiffany and she just don't know boundaries, okay? But what bothered me about this whole scene is you are pregnant. And when Kimmy suggested, because she didn't have her blood pressure cuff because she wasn't in her car, she was in Maurice's car, and she usually has it, she suggested, do we need to call 911? We should call 911. No, don't call 911. I said, what? And I seen a comment, somebody was like, calling 911, it's expensive, for the ambulance or whatever. Baby, if you got good insurance, it's all right. I didn't call 911 plenty of time because I was having anxiety attacks or whatever. This was back in the day, okay? I ain't never paid for an ambulance, all right, because my insurance took care of it. I've never got a bill to pay for an ambulance. If you have the insurance, and Tiffany and Lou look like they have good insurance, okay? I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. It just felt like if something really was going on, I mean, I can understand if you felt like the ambulance was going to be like real slow to get there. That's understandable. Drink you some water, the people trying to make suggestions and all this stuff. And I'm like, so what are we going to do? Are we just finna sit here? Because then she was like, no, I'm okay. I said, what? So do you not feel bad or do you feel bad? Next thing you know, and I said, you know what? I hate seeing people in pain. And I'm like, somebody do something. I don't even care if I don't like this bitch, but somebody do something, okay? Like, Lou, put in the car, okay? Call 911. We need an ambulance. Ambulance, 911, emergency. Like, what's going on? Ain't nobody do that. And when Stormy finally do that, because I would have been a bitch that went on ahead and did it. Because after all of that mess that's going on, all that time, the ambulance probably would have been there. The ambulance probably would have been there by then, okay? And, she was on the phone, and that's when Lou was like, no, don't worry about it, I'll take her. And so he picked her up. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just that, when I really don't care about a person, I could be really insensitive or I can come off insensitive, but it just was so dramatic. He picked her up and put her up in that 4x4. I said, damn, not the 4x4. And I mean, Lou was speeding. I said, that's a stop sign. Y'all saw he skirted and then kept on going. I said, ooh, that's a rolling stop, okay? You better be glad the cops wasn't around. I think you had your cautions lights on or whatever, but it is what it is. And so, Kimmy was confused by the whole thing. So as we get to it, the next scene that we have is Tiffany in bed. So basically, Tiffany already told us, well, she just told us, she suffers from low blood pressure. And she was basically dehydrated a little bit. She needed to rest. She was overdoing it. And as she's sitting there laid up in the bed, she's working on stuff. Okay, but the doctor told her to rest. The doctor told her to chill the hell out, all right? Mama talking about I'ma chill out when I get through with this last speaking engagement that I gotta do. Lou was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I gotta go do this last speaking engagement up in DC. You know, I'm gonna fly first class. Oh, bitch, let me tell you something. I'm spoiled now. Cause first class really is the way to go. It really is. It really is. You want to be comfortable, bitch? Get in first class, okay? I said, all right. You know, that's like the second time I was... I was spoiled this past weekend. That is really nice. I can't wait to tell y'all about it. But I'll probably do it tomorrow when I get some more energy. But I'm sitting here like, Tiffany. She was like, it's going to be first class. I'll drink my water. I said, girl, what? He said, is a speaking engagement more important than yourself? And she said, at this point, yes. I said, oh my God. You know, and it took for Big Lou to just break down a little bit. You got this man, you got this grown, big ass man. And one thing I can't stand is to see a black man cry, you know, from pain and stuff. Cause, ooh, that be getting me, that be touching my heart or whatever. So I felt, bitch, they was tugging me. They was tugging me. I said, wait a minute, I don't like y'all like that. But y'all tugging at me, okay? You tugged at me because, girl, we didn't know what was going on with you, Tiffany. And we tugging at me, Lou, because you're up here about to cry, okay? He crying. He choked up. He trying to choke back the tears and all that. Because Tiffany just don't get it. And I understand, like, sometimes people get into that mode where they just work, and they think that they can do it all. And especially when their circumstances change, like pregnancy, okay? You get into that mindset, like, you know, they probably look down on women that get pregnant as if, oh, now we got to change things around because she can't do this, she can't do that. And you got to show and prove that, oh, but pregnancy is not stopping me from doing my job and doing what I got to do and being the masculine type of person that I am. No. So that's what I feel like it is with Tiffany. But I also just feel like Tiffany is just... she's very headstrong and she's very hard-headed. And a lot of people have an issue when their doctors tell them get on bed rest. Okay, especially if you've been working all your life. I honestly would have a problem with that too. So I can't really fault her. But if my husband or my spouse, let me say my spouse, I said husband in her case. If my spouse was sitting up there telling me, calm the fuck down, you really need to worry about our baby because, baby, it ain't just about you. And when, you know what? You know, I'm just trying to tell you, Tiffany, like, to see you in that situation where you was seeing it and you was in pain. Don't nobody want to see their partner in pain like that. And me having to see that and then having to rush you to that because I ain't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. Like, I was scared as shit. My big ass was scared as shit. I'm tall as shit. And I didn't know what to do. And I'm just trying to tell you, you need to, like, listen to what people are saying because I don't ever want to see that. I said, oh, shit. Damn, Lou. Let the tears fall. Let the tears fall. Next thing you know, Tiffany was like, my bad. Somebody was trying to get into my, anyway, I had to change a password on something. So, anyway, Tiffany was just sitting there and then, I don't know, something about Tiffany, I just never see the sincerity and the genuineness in her eyes or whatever. Lou damn near broke down in front of her and she just said, well, I mean, I'm sorry I put you in this position. I'm sorry I put the baby in this position. I'm sorry I put myself in this position. It was like one of those, well, it happened, so what we gonna do about it? Okay, we can't do shit else about it now. I mean, it happened. I was like, oh, all right. But we get off of that, and she was like, well, you still ain't told me about what happened when y'all was outside. You know, and it could bring up the whole situation about Martell feeling like he was justified, in which he was. He felt like he was justified, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes on that one because I'm just not here for that whole, you know, men can't talk to women as if you need, like, the bitch can't speak for herself when she the one starting shit. If you starting shit and you don't want nobody talking down to you or talking to you, then you shouldn't be starting stuff, okay? Fuck being pregnant or whatever. Fuck all that other shit, baby. You got a mouth. You got you can answer the questions. And again, Martell was not being aggressive with that lady. Martell wasn't being rude to that lady. Martell wasn't being disrespectful to that lady. And he kept a calm voice, okay? He wasn't calling her out her name. He wasn't screaming at her. He wasn't standing over her. He wasn't looking like he was about to threat her in any type of way. So there was no issue. But at the end of the day, that's just how some of y'all thinking, I just won't. Moving on from that. He was like, understandable about Martell, but then Marceau, I'm like, what he doing there? And he was like, I don't care if he was there because it was his restaurant. He should be there. He like Betty Crocker just threw it apart. And I'm sitting here like, on the one hand, he was offering his commentary, which made the whole situation funny to me, okay? Because when he said, gasp, I would never like laugh at it. Okay, the shit made me bust out laughing. But at the end of the day, he did say that Marceau wasn't the one that you should be mad at. And I need them to understand. Marceau was caught off guard just like Martell. Just like Tiffany. Martell was there under the guise, had Marceau there under the guise that they was going to study for his test, help him study for this freaking exam, right? He had no idea that Tiffany was coming there at all to talk about business or anything else. So therefore, when he talked about that, he started off the conversation talking about business because he told him about Tiffany's gonna be there and talking about the Selma project. And so when they started to talk about it, that's when Martell went off script and said, no, let me talk about this. So you was talking to Sheree. Sheree felt a little uncomfortable because you said something about how it feels to be with a cheater. And then you said, do you think her pussy gonna keep me here? Marceau was caught off guard too. That's why he was asking the questions. And I know people like, well, you see them talking or whatever, he could have left. Bitch, I'm not finna fucking leave. First of all, it's my restaurant. Second of all, it's some good fucking gossip. Like, girl, wait a minute, what? Now, you didn't tell me this, and I would have did the same thing Marceau did. Call it messy, call it whatever, bitch. I don't care. But I'm just need y'all to know, Marceau wasn't there for the intention of that, okay? Martell had y'all fucked up, all right? So, like, even Lou realized that, like, if you want to talk to somebody, be mad at somebody, be mad at Martell. And it was like, you got to understand that you need to shut the fuck up. That's basically what Lou told her, okay? She was like, maybe I need to work on my delivery. I said, no, you just need to mind your business. Tiffany, that's what it all comes down to. Freak of deliverance, yeah, you do need to work on that as well. Sometimes you may come off sincere. We just don't know if it's really sincere with you and if you genuinely concerned because you just so messy and you just so nosy, okay? Some nosy people be acting like they concerned and they really not. They just want to know your business so they can go spread it. That's what you come off like. I ain't gonna say that you spreading nothing, but you just want to know people's business. And what are you? You're bored? I don't understand. Like, and your husband is trying to tell you that you just need to mind your business because he don't want to be put in another situation like this. And she looking like, what situation was you put in? Having to fucking come to your defense because I don't know what the hell going on. Because of the way, like Rock said, Tiffany is the type of person that'll get her man beat the fuck up, okay? That is what she did. And that's what Big Lou said, like, girl, I don't want to have to get in another situation like this because it could have been worse. It could have went way worse than what it did, And at the end of the day, she up here talking about some, I just wanted to have a conversation with Sheree and get to know her, And then I've been offering myself time and time again to Martell and Melody about how it is to have a blended family, give me my expertise and my experience on it and all that, and how to commingle I said, baby, ain't nobody asking. Blue said, has Mel asked you to give her any of this? No. So therefore, you need to stop extending yourself to people that's not asking you to extend yourself. Baby, ain't nobody. And see, this is what we're talking about when they first came onto the show. This was one of the main issues that people had with Tiffany and Lou. It's because they always act and come off as if they were experts at stuff and they can give you all the advice and they can do this and they know all the tricks of the trade and because they've been there, done that, and now they're professionals and they can give you everything that you need to know. No, baby. No, baby. Ain't nobody asked you. Tiffany don't know how to respect boundaries and Tiffany don't know how to mind her own business. It's one thing to be blunt, but it's another thing to just be all up in everybody's stuff and ain't nobody asked you to. Mind your business and focus on your child. That is what you need to do. Moving on from that, Martell, it's about damn time that you was actually about to do what we've been saying since season one. Season one, get you a suit line. He finally made that move to step up and to reach out to this guy named Miguel to try to get some suit stuff going on. I was really confused about how Miss Gurley was sitting there with him, and they really weren't paying no attention to her because they barely acknowledged her. She was throwing out some ideas. They weren't looking at her. Every time she opened up her mouth, Martell was looking at dude talk. I said, damn. She's saying something too. Can you look at her at least a couple of more times? Like, ooh, all right. But that's what he gonna do. I said, yes, it's about damn time, okay? Meanwhile, we got Melody. She goes over there to look at her lawyer because she wants to get her name changed back to her maiden name, which is Rogers with a D, okay? And the only thing that's stopping that from happening is the fact that she's in an ongoing court case. And in order to have that name change or go through that process, you can't be in a court case of any kind anywhere in the country. And so because of the court case with the custody situation with Martell, you know, that's the hindrance at this point. She was like, damn, he tries to control me in the marriage. Now he's trying to control me now. And I said, well, technically, I don't know if he knew that you was going about to try to change the name. If he did, that could be one. But if he didn't, we can't really put that on him. But then again, it's Martell. I don't really want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay? So you got that situation going on. And, you know, at one point, like, she had to come to the lawyer to get him to stop popping up at her house, the excessive phone calls and all this stuff. Baby, when they was talking about what was going on in the case, about how his lawyer asking her, wanting a list of the people that she been with, wanting passwords to her social media, a bitch, fuck you. Now, if you gonna ask for my social media password, then give me yours. Because it's not going to be a one-way street if we going to have to do that. And the lawyer was like, ain't nobody doing nothing like that. Ain't no judge finna grant that. I said, how dare you? How dare you? So you could delete her stuff? Baby, ain't nobody got time for these games, okay? I said you need to fire your lawyer, Martell, because your lawyer was dumb for requesting that. That of all things, you know? Moving on from that. And then had the nerve to get up in his feelings when Melody barely talked to him or didn't want to shake his hand. But she said, hey, Martell, she said it dry shit, but she at least said it, and you getting up in your feelings because she didn't want to shake your hand when y'all was up in that meeting. I said, he was like, she's starting off wrong already. Because, I mean, at least you could come up in here and try to make it seem like we could be cordial. You can't be cordial. You can't be in the same place at the same time without something popping out. And this is history proceeds, and it's because of you. It's because of you. I said, Martell, if you don't go sit your ass down. But anyway, he said, I'm doing good. You know, the Inez line is doing good. Waiting for that to get to the store. I said, now, how is it doing good if it ain't in the stores yet making money? See, that's why he failed that many times for them builder's license. Because he just don't understand the words coming out of his mouth, okay? But you got the Scotts meets up together, okay? Maurice, Marcel, and Letitia. They're on his property or whatever. They're breaking ground. There's a big, I guess, to do about it. Taking pictures. They all dressed up or whatever, suits and stuff. So basically, they get to talking about this whole situation with Black. We find out that Q and Tisha are kind of cool now because Q actually agreed with Tisha, you know, and we saw that when he was having that conversation with Marcel earlier in the season, and Marcel was taken aback because he was like, damn, so you gonna take us out? He was like, yes, bitch. That's just what it is, okay? But at the end of the day, they want to get back with this combat group. And I'm just like, been there, done that. It didn't work. Can we move on to something else, okay? And I had no idea that they were naming the Black Expo unless I did not see this title like that. I literally thought it was BLACK. It's literally BLAQUE, like the name of their restaurant and the name of their products and stuff. And my whole thing is this. I'm with Kimmy and I'm with Mel. I'm going to ask the questions that I need to ask, because when Kimmy said, is this really an event that's for all of us, or is it just about y'all? Because it sounded mostly about y'all, because look at how this shit is spelled. It ain't even spelled black. It's spelled black with the QUE, like your restaurant. So this means that this is all about y'all, okay? This ain't about us. And Kimmy's whole thing is, you know, it's the comeback group, but you're trying to disguise it as not. And if it is, just say that I have no problems doing what things are, but you basically trying to remix the comeback group and trying to say that that's not what you're doing. You're taking the same ideas that we came up with and you're trying to make it seem as if y'all came up with it and y'all doing things differently. And that's just not what it is. She just want them to be honest, okay? You know, and for them to sit there talking about something they're not going to, they told Maurice that they're not paying nobody in the group, but they're going to get sponsorships. So let's just go there. Kimmy and Mel are the first ones there at this group meeting, okay? Mind you, this is the second time that they met ever since the whole initial conversation about the Black Expo. And one thing that I got out of that was Mel got a boo, and she ain't telling nobody about it. On the one hand, I understand. Baby, I don't trust y'all. On the other hand, you know, I'm not going to say nothing because I don't trust y'all. But on the other hand, it's like, what else are you bringing to the show? It is called Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? Everybody else showing their love and stuff. How come you can't show yours? I understand that you don't trust people, but you don't have to bring them around. You can have them blur the face out if you want to. I mean, probably by next week, they gonna figure out who it is that you with. You know how these niggas are. You know how these fans are. They are crazy. So you might as well say something. But at the other time, I understand wanting to be in private. Like, I get both sides of the spectrum. Like, but at this point, I'm gonna have to be honest. This show is boring. The only one that's bringing something at the moment was Tiffany, okay? And I hate to say that, but it was Tiffany. We are tired. Mel ain't giving us nothing. And y'all, I don't care how much you love that lady or whatever. Mel is not giving us nothing. All Mel is concerned about is, you know, she don't want to put a relationship out there because, you know, she got, so many other businesses and things that's going on that's way more important than a relationship and who she's dating, which is understandable and which is true. But at the end of the day, how many times we're going to hear that you got so many businesses and you're such busy and all this stuff and woo woo. What else are you bringing? Because we barely seeing that. We seen you in some scenes where you're trying to get those together, but what else are you going to bring to the show? We're tired of the shit with the Martell and you going back and forth. It's whack. It's whack. It's lame. It's boring. And it's mostly because of him. And I understand the reason why she's so closed off now. But if you're going to continue to be this closed off and you're not going to really share anything and you're just going to be shut down, it's very much clear you do not fuck with these people. Out of all these people, the only one that you probably really rock with is Kimmy. You do not fuck with these people. So just exit. I don't care who said what. Oh, she'll never leave the show. But what are you doing? It's boring. You're not bringing nothing. No one. And then cancel the show if that's the case as well, because we don't want to see nothing with Mike. I don't know who really cares about Martell and his situation with Sheree and his fake relationship. We see more stuff happen offline than we seeing happen on the season. Like, Carlos, what's going on? You can sit there and you can literally comment about every other reality show, the Real Housewives franchise, Atlanta, Potomac, Beverly Hills, OC, New Jersey. But when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, you barely say anything. The ratings are terrible. This season is terrible. And truth be told, it's been kind of bad for the last 2 seasons. You want to talk about what's going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta and it's not giving and all this stuff. Baby, we are on episode 10 and nothing happened. Nothing really happened besides the whole blow up between Lou and Martell over the Tiffany situation. That came and went though. That came and went. But we're on episode 10 and nothing really happened of substance that is unforgettable. I mean, yeah, that's forgettable. Everything else is forgettable. And the only reason why we still talking about that, Martell and Tiffany, is because it literally just happened. I can't tell you everything that happened from the beginning of episode 1. I can't barely tell you what happened 2 weeks ago. It's not given. And I feel like you need to really focus on that if you want this to continue. Because at the end of the day, y'all done set this show up to the point where, and I don't know if it's the fans, I don't know if it's, the cast, but it's really sad that even if Mel goes, there will be really no show. Because who wants to sit and watch anything with Martell? We don't care about the Scotts. Neither one, okay? And the only one that we do out of the Scotts couple is Kimmy. And that's only because, the situation that's going on with her health. That's it. We damn sure don't give a fuck about no Big Lou and fucking Tiffany. So what do you have? You have nothing at this point. And I'm sorry to say it like that for some of you diehard fans, but some of y'all just need to, that's the truth. Facts are facts, okay? If you're not going to give us something new, cancel it. Or take a break. I would rather you, before canceling it, at least give them a longer break than what you have been giving them, Carlos. Because now it just feels forced. And it feels like they're tired of it. Like, I'm tired of it. This season has given nothing. I remember when this show used to be the talk of Saturday. Like, everybody and their mamas used to watch it. Baby, y'all can barely crack 500,000 views. You can barely crack 350,000 views this season. The season high was 329,000. And that was last week's episode. But you're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey and who needs this and who needs that. Focus on this. Fix this first. Fix what's actually paying you first. Like, for real. Because this is pathetic. This is pathetic. And this comeback group situation is pathetic. And I ain't even gonna go through all of that because, listen, at the end of the day, Tisha and Marcel got me fucked up, and they got everybody else that got sense fucked up too. And that means Mel and Kimmy. Because at the end of the day, I'm not finna work for free. I understand giving back to the community, but baby, we ain't friends. How dare you say that you gonna pay everybody else that's gonna be there, but yet you not gonna pay anybody up in this room? And then you talking about sponsorships and stuff, and we gonna, I feel like it's greedy if you taking money. So how you gonna be, because you finna come out of pocket and you finna lose money? That's literally what Kimmy said, so you kind of act like you're okay when not getting money out of this situation, which I feel like you're lying, and you're not gonna be okay with that, because if you're being so tight with the pocket strings right about now, not wanting to pay anybody in the room, you really gonna expect to be able to pay all of the stuff? Because I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have enough sponsorships, or you're gonna, it's a just in case you don't have enough sponsorships, how are you going to pay for the stuff? I understand trying to give back to the community and do stuff for free or whatever, but you can't ask certain people because, and I was surprised that Martell was taking up for Melody, because he felt like when they said that it was directed to Mel, because Mel, she does public speaking, and she, you talking about something, oh, you're going to pay with your time. Baby, my time costs money. Okay, my time costs money to people that I am not cool with, to people that I'm just being cordial with for a fucking show. Okay, you're not gonna waste my time on some bullshit that probably ain't even gonna happen. All right, no, if you can't give me a price, I probably lower my price just for y'all ass a little bit, but you gonna give me something. And I don't feel like that's greedy. I don't feel like that's selfish. I do not feel like that's taken from the community, because if you have any of these other expos, these people getting paid sometimes, for the most part, I believe, and especially if you want people to come there to speak, the speakers are getting paid. All right, like, come on, stop being dumb, stop being cheap, stop being, trying to cut corners and cut costs, because you can't keep on doing that every year after year after year. All right, and then talking about some sponsorships and everything, it's going, whatever the sponsors don't is left over gonna go back into, girl, stop lying. It's gonna go into your pocket. It's gonna go into your pocket. All of this going into y'all pocket. That's what Kimmy was coming from. Now talking about the back, this is the comeback group, and it and all this stuff, and woo woo woo, and Mel was like, well, you talking about sponsorships and stuff. Ain't nobody ever sponsored none of my stuff. Well, Mel, I tried to come to your event and to support, but you had me kicked out with security. I said, support is not sponsorship. Damn, Tisha, do you not know the difference? I said, oh my goodness. And at that point, let me tell you something, Mel, you stayed there way too long. And Kimmy, you did too. Because at the end of the day, as soon as they said, listen, and they wasn't gonna admit that it was the comeback group, and as soon as they said that, oh, nobody up in here getting paid or whatever, and I knew that it was directed towards me, I actually just said, deuces, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all have fun with that. And I hope your event goes well. I genuinely hope that. Okay? Because at the end of the day, these people could be taking other engagements that's getting paid. And I'm not finna do something free for somebody that I don't work. The last time I saw y'all, we was getting at each other. Bitch, you called me an evil soul. You know what I'm saying? A dark soul. And you want me to work for free? Fuck that. But that was the Real House. That was Loving Huntsville. Loving Marriage Huntsville. Goddamn, I done went through like 2-3 shows. Because I just got through watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, so it's still on my mind. So my bad. But yeah, y'all tell me how y'all feel. And I said what I said. It ain't nothing to get too deep and in your feelings about. Because y'all know how y'all fans. I just don't understand how y'all just get... y'all get so rowdy over this show. I just don't get it. But anyway, I hope y'all have a good weekend. Oh, no. See? I'm so thrown off, y'all. I'm so thrown off. I hope y'all have a good week, okay? And I will try to do the same. And I will see you guys later.